Hi again, this is part 2 of the albums that changed my life and pushed me to play music. So continuing where we left off, I will say this list is not really metal. It's leaning on more rock and alternative. Well, first artist is No Doubt. They're specifically their album Return of Saturn. That album really, my sister was a No Doubt fan, and I grabbed the Return of Saturn and I listened to the album, and it was such a beautiful album. To me, when Gwen Stefani was singing, I felt like she was reading from a journal, or I know it's about like her past experiences and her breakup, and I really just loved Gwen. I felt like she was just true to herself, very artistic and passionate, and the way she sang was very unique. And that album, like Simple Kind of Life, New, Dark Blue, Ex-Girlfriend, obviously that was such a great song, and those tracks specifically are very, very beautiful. Oh, Marry Me, oh my god, Marry Me, I would sing that around the house. Marry Me, that album is just a staple for me growing up as a teenager. Next album is Evanescence's debut album, Fallen. We still are Evanescence fans, okay? I am still a fan of Amy Lee. That album was such a massive thing back then for everyone. Who couldn't forget Bring Me to Life, My Immortal, Going Under especially? That shook me to the core, okay? And I would listen to that album on repeat. And from there, I just followed Evanescence's journey. And yeah, Evanescence Fallen album, yes, that was one of my favorite albums growing up. Next album would be from Garbage, their album specifically Beautiful Garbage. Songs such as Shut Your Mouth, Like a Rose, Drive Me Home. I can't describe, I remember listening to it when I was in my room, and I would just sit there and listen to the lyrics, and I felt, listening to that album, I felt it was just me and the band hearing them, and it felt personal, obviously, and just that album was it meant a lot to me. I will say, I'm bringing up a lot of female fronted bands, and I understand what they've gone through, and I see them and I hear them. I do know there's a song from Garbage that really touched my soul. It was I think it's called You Look So Fine. The song is called You Look So Fine. I watched the video in the beginning when the guy was on the floor and she was singing to him. Oh, God, I felt that I wish I could say that to this person I like, but gosh, it's such a, it was just so deep for me growing up. But yeah, specifically that album, Beautiful Garbage, my favorite album. Okay, so the next album, I would say live DVD / album would be the G3 tour with Steve Vai, John Petrucci, and Joe Satriani, Steve Vai, and John Petrucci. That was an amazing G3 tour / album. I went and bought the DVD and watched it from front to back. I think that personally was one of the best G3 tours I have ever seen growing up, and that changed my life. And I met John Petrucci at Guitar Center, and that was a packed place. It was so packed at Guitar Center when he performed. It was so awesome. So yeah, that was one of my favorite live DVDs / albums. Next album would be Metallica's Black Album. I don't think I need to explain why I love that album so much. So, it's legendary, and that album was awesome, so I don't think I need much explanation on that one. The Appetite for Destruction album from Guns N' Roses made me fall in love with them even more. Their style, how they are amazing live, bands like that, I don't think you could really find right now. There are a lot of bands, but they had character, everyone had character and style, and they were very unique. But other than that, the tracks on the album, like Sweet Child of Mine, Anything Goes, Paradise City, It's So Easy, like that stuff is, I hate to say it, like iconic. Watching them live as well, and just everyone had personality. They were just unique, and their delivery, and then Axel's voice, that is rare, that is beautiful, and that inspired me to play guitar. I love Slash, just knowing that he played guitar and he was really quiet, because I would define that I'm quiet usually socially, but I just love guitar. That's all I know. And he loved guitar. He always had his guitar on. He was playing, and I really just related to Slash. So yes, Appetite for Destruction. Okay, you guys, this is the final one for this video. There's so many more albums, but I gotta say this on my channel. I'm a massive Lita Ford fan. She's the reason why I picked up the guitar as well. So I met Lita a few times. It was like an amazing time, and I met her. She signed my book, and the album, like all her albums are amazing, but what really stood out to me was like the Lita album, the Out for Blood album, and Dangerous Curves. The Dangerous Curves album especially was amazing for me. But like her playing, her guitar playing that complemented with her lyrics were just, this is really weird, but it made me want to like really dissect into like how I write things in particular sections and all of the way she did it. And her playing made me want to be a better guitar player. And yeah, I really like her like so much. Like I became very obsessed with her growing up. I still am. Lita meant a lot to me, and she still does. She's one of the reasons why I play Close My Eyes Forever with Ozzy. That was like amazing. So it was nice to see Lita and Ozzy in that video. Out of Poison, Falling in Out of Love, one of my favorite songs from the albums that she released. Yeah, I really love Lita. I think she's awesome. Lita's like my icon. She's the reason why I play. Like if you ask me, she is the reason why I picked up the guitar. She is. So shout out to Lita, and that's it. So far that's it. Okay, so this is part 2 of the albums that meant a lot to me growing up. And let me know if any of the artists that I mentioned that you enjoy, or questions in general. So I want to thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you and I love you. And guys, please stay tuned. I have an announcement to make. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. Subscribe, and I love you. Bye.